Hi everybody, welcome back to That Makes Sense, the YouTube channel about electronic music, 80s music, 90s music, all the way to now, as well as keyboards, synthesizers, drum machines, DJing, vinyl records. So anything that has to do with electronic music, that's what this channel is. So thanks for joining us, and thank you for all the people that have been liking and commenting and joining my YouTube channel. So thanks everybody, I really appreciate it, and the channel's definitely growing. So anyways, I wanted to talk about something, another different topic today, maybe a little bit controversial. But I wanted to talk about AI for visuals, for creative purposes, and so AI also in music. And I don't know what your thoughts are, and everybody is entitled to their opinions. But I definitely like using AI for creative purposes. But I think if you're an artist, you do something creative with AI. First of all, you should probably let people know that you're using it. I think that's fair. And then also, I think the general rule of thumb is if you create something with AI, or you generate a photo with AI, it doesn't become yours until you've done something to it. So, in terms of copyright, now some people could say, well, you're ripping off all other artists. But I think the court has decided basically, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not a lawyer, but I think the rule is that if you do something on top of what was already generated, then that becomes a new work. Now I certainly can understand why some artists would be upset, especially if they see their work that's been trained with AI without their acknowledgments. But I'll let the lawyers discuss that, and I'll just keep on, making things and being experimental. Now, where I use it is kind of a couple different places where when I'll make a song, and then I'll need some visuals for it. I made one recently. I've made a couple recently where I did a space adventure, so obviously I don't have the budget to hire a film crew to do a sci-fi movie. I did an underwater adventure, so I don't have the budget to go to the ocean and film something, but I just wanted to have something fun on top, visual wise, on top of my music, just to show what you can do. And I know there are a lot of much more better AI visual artists out there than me, but I wanted to at least do something. The other way I've used AI is using voices to create voices, and I'll show you how I do that in this video. But then I'll take those voices and turn them into samples that I can use in songs. And I think the other cool thing is you can take those voices and put them into foreign languages to, if you were wanting to have that something different or something to add a foreign feel to your song. I think it's great for that. And then finally, I've used it for generating songs completely with the AI that I use for I made a 1940s radio drama, and I needed to have music for it, and of course synthesizers just weren't going to cut it for that. So I wanted some 1940s style music to put into that radio drama, and that's what I did. I used AI, and I was upfront about using the AI. So I think at least my feelings is if you're upfront with your audience to let them know, then they can either look at it or not look at it, or listen to it or not listen to it. I think the one thing that I disagree with is the people that are being deceitful and creating bands posing as an actual band when it's just completely AI. And some of those people are making a lot of money doing that. I know that they're cutting down on that, but it's definitely happened. But anyways, I've made this song kind of, it's an electronic song, but kind of like jazzy in a way. Um, I don't know, I was kind of somewhat influenced for this song by Paul Hardcastle. He, back in the 80s, I think around 1984, 85, he did a song called 19. This is the 12-inch of it, but basically he had samples from Vietnam, like from, I think, Vietnam news reporting, and also just news stories or whatnot. And then, which, like, the things that they're talking about in these samples are rather disturbing. And 1984, 85, when the song came out, the Vietnam War was still fresh in the heads of Americans. Paul's a British guy, but he made like a dance tune from these samples, which is a very British thing to do in a way where you've got some dark things being spoken about, but then they make a dance party song out of it. But Paul went on to make jazz recordings. He got more into jazz as he got older, and he just kind of got tired of the repetitiveness of dance music. But I started listening to more of his music, other songs from the 1980s that I think are pretty cool. And so I'll put a link out to one of his songs. But anyways, I want to have kind of like a creating voices that I can put into my song. And so the way I do this is I use Microsoft Clipchamp. It's free. Well, you can buy it too to expand the capabilities of the tool, but you can get the basic version for free. All you need is a Microsoft account. So like if you have Microsoft Outlook, you would sign into Outlook or sign in with that account, and then you can access the tool. So in order to do a text-to-speech, you simply, once you're in the tool, you can select text-to-speech. And from here, you have a timeline, and you've got a drop-down box where you can select different languages, which you have all sorts of different languages, which is really cool. Even different dialects. So if you wanted to select English but have an Irish accent, you could do that. Or English but be from India, you could do that. And although you can't do singing in this, at least not that I know of, you can do speaking. And so let's do English Ireland. So I've selected the language and the accent, and then you have a voice, a drop down with voices, and basically you've got female voices and male voices, and a description of the voices. So we'll do. And by the way, some will say like multilingual. So the multilingual voices, they can speak the other languages. So we'll do this Ava, multilingual, pleasant, friendly, caring. So we'll do that one. And then you can preview that voice.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth sharing.
So you can preview that voice. The advanced modes, you can adjust pitch and pace. I'm not going to mess with that. But then you can type in something. Hi, my name is Ava. I'm from Ireland. I'm from Ireland. How are you doing? So I can preview that.
Hey, my name is Ava. I am from Ireland. How are you doing?
So it's some of the times it's not the perfect. I had a capital I in hi. So let's see. Maybe I'll do a lowercase I and a comma. Hi, my name is Ava. I am from Ireland. How are you doing? So let's try it again.
Hi, my name is Ava. I am from Ireland. How are you doing?
So, and then what you can do is you can save that, and then it will put it onto the timeline. Where you can have some fun with this, especially with the foreign languages, is if you go to Google Translate, you can type something in English. So hi, I am from Japan. I like turtles. So what you can do is then on the other side, instead of English, you can turn this into Japanese. So here's English.
Hi, I am from Japan. I like turtles.
All right, here it is in Japanese.
こんにちは。日本から来ました。亀が好きです。
But what I can do is I can grab the Japanese language, copy that, and then put it into Clipchamp. So I'm going to take what I just did. I'm going to paste that. So I've copied and pasted. And now what I want to do is go to, for language, I want to do Japanese. And I have no clue if this translation is 100% accurate. It's probably got somebody cringing because of poor translation. But I can go back to Ava because it's multilingual. And I can preview this.
こんにちは。日本から来ました。亀が好きです。
Alright, so that's what I think is really fun about Microsoft Clipchamp, because now what I can do is I can save this, and then this will put it on the timeline.
こんにちは。日本から来ました。亀が好きです。
Okay, so from there I can then go to export, and I can export this as like an audio file or a video file. So I've got set to audio only, which will save as an M4A. So I can save this on my local drive or cloud drive, Japanese, and then I can export that. Now, what you can do from there is you can bring it up into your audio editor, your digital audio tool. So let's do that. So basically, I've recorded, or I use Clipchamp to make a couple Japanese sounds. I forget what it's saying. I think it's like shame on you or something like that. So, but here is the raw sounds. And I've edited these and put them in the timeline for the digital audio workstation tool.
自分自身に問いかけましたか？
Got another one here.
何をするのが正しかったのか？
So then what I can do is add some effects to it. I think I put a compressor onto it and a delay, Arturia delay tape. So let's hear what that sounds like.
自分自身に問いかけましたか？何をするのが正しかったのか？そうでなければ、それなら恥を知れ。
So now it sounds like this Japanese woman's talking on kind of like a microphone or something over the intercom. But what I did was I took some drum beats and put that on top of that. So I get this sort of song.
自分自身に問いかけましたか？何をするのが正しかったのか？そうでなければ、
Yeah, so you can hear what it sounds like with the drum beats and effects to it. Here's another one, which I need to edit a little bit, but I've got this. I can break it down.
I've got the money. I've got the cash. I'm not here to mingle. I've got the money. I've got the cash. I'm not here to mingle.
So I can take that and I can just edit it on the timeline, or what I can do is I can bring up my, for example, my Arturia emulator sampler VST tool, which I did a video on that. The sampler that was used in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, there's a software version of it. And so I could put that into the sampler and layer that those voices on the sampler. The other tool I wanted to talk about that I've been using is for visuals, but also for sound effects, is Kling AI. So Kling is just an AI video maker. I used it for visuals on my my underwater adventure song, as well as one of the songs I made with my Behringer System 100, where I made kind of a sci-fi sort of visual look. But yeah, here you can, you prompt it. It just, I think I put something like I need some mermaids swimming. It even has underwater sounds. The other thing I wanted in that song was I wanted sounds of whales. And so you have audio, text to sound. So I did whales underwater. Hopefully it'll play it. So you can create different sound effects and incorporate that into your music. So yeah, that's kind of the fun things that I've been exploring right now with AI. So it's not like, it's something original that I'm doing that I put into my songs. So anyways, I just want to encourage everyone to be creative and have fun with what you're doing, and don't be afraid to try new things. So, all right, take care everybody. See ya.
The tuning on these is sick.
Yeah, they fit the city vibe.
ければ。それなら恥を知れ。